Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's 2019 wishes reading. For your reading, I'm going to be working with Tarot de la Nuit or Nuit. Tarot de la Nuit, probably, most likely. I have no idea. And then also the Universal Mind Oracle. I thought these two would go really nice together. So I thought that would be kind of cool to work with. And then also I have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun right here. So most likely we'll pull some cards from that. But before we do that, let's cleanse the space just a little bit. Because I was doing a reading earlier. Poor hubby, I think he's getting sick. Okay. Just want to cleanse the space. It's so nice to be able to do that now. Don't have to worry about anyone complaining over the smell of the incense. Want to make sure you guys, I burn you out. Don't want you smoking out the whole room. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so hopefully you could see my table okay. So we have, well, first off, I added up the numbers to your birth date plus the 2019 year. And I came up with the number 9 for you. So your tarot card for the 2019 year is the number 9, which is associated with the Hermit. Good old Hermit for you. So Hermit energy is revealing this will be a year of insights, a year of knowledge. I like to associate the Hermit with knowledge and learning about yourself, learning about who you are, your personality, your interests, your knowledge, your studies. So 2019 may be a year of like full-blown study, whether you are in school or if you're not in school, maybe you have contemplated taking a class or learning some sort of new project or something new to, as like a hobby or whatnot. This could also be spiritual study. So maybe you will be indulging more in your spirituality this year. Hermit card is also a card of being independent and being more comfortable with yourself, by yourself, being alone, that kind of thing. There might be some lessons coming up this year for you that will surround just being comfortable in your own skin. The Hermit card is wisdom. So, whether you seek wisdom through others in the form of readings and advice and, therapy, or wisdom in yourself where you learn more about who you are, the deeper parts of you, is like Hermit energy. In terms of love, this could be a card of being single. This could be a card of independence and individualism in relationships. So if you're single, this can represent, being single and being more comfortable with being single in your search, your quest for love. Or it could be a card of representing your individuality while being in a relationship or a marriage or some sort of a dynamic of that, like that. So lots of goodies with the tarot. With the Hermit. He's one of my favorite cards. So the 9s in the minor arcanas, I also pulled the 9 of Pentacles. So the Pentacle suit is money, financial matters, materialism, and being grounded. It's earth energy. So 9 of Pentacles kind of reveals a year of really just feeling good, okay? Feeling good. You're kind of going to be enjoying fruits of your labor this year. You may find there might be some ups and downs as normal, normal with money, right? But the majority of the year you're going to be spent really embracing all of the hard work that you've put in, really seeing the payout for it, okay? Number 9 in the sword suit, the 9 of swords. This can reveal a year of some mental stresses, okay? So things that are constantly on your mind. With a hermit card, if you are not digging in deep and you're not working on certain areas of yourself, mental wise, your thought process, your mind, your memories, the long to-do lists, the 9 of swords can reveal some troublesome times, lack of sleep, insomnia. Maybe you already deal with insomnia, so it could be insomnia. It could be just not feeling comfortable, not being able to have a clear head, stuff constantly on your mind. So 9 of swords can reveal those, that might be more of a negative to look into for the year. 9 of wands. So this is kind of showing like the wand suit is your motivation, your action, your willpower. Okay, your creativity, your urge to create, your passions, the fire energy, all of that. And the 9 of wands kind of reveals you being very thorough and also just willing to keep going. Okay, 9 of wands is somebody who doesn't give up. They're somebody who's been fighting really hard for things that they truly believe and want. So you may find that this is a year that you do that. You continue to push forward, even when times get a little bit tough, especially mentally might get a little bit tough and stressful. Physically, you will be pushing forward. And then the 9 of cups reveals, emotionally feeling more gratification. So when your thought process, your mind, memories, that kind of thing might be a little bit challenging at times, and I'm not saying this is going to be the entire year, but at times, emotionally wise, you're going to feel more connected. So I know that kind of like it sounds like it doesn't go, but you'd be surprised where your mind could be one place, but your heart is in another. So I would say because the heart source is coming up as a 9 of cups, really positive. I would say it would be very important for you to do things and make choices based on following your heart versus the ego, your mind, okay? So those are your tarot cards for 2019. I wanted to just pull those out to give you a visual, but let's go into your reading. So your question for the reading is just what can I expect or be prepared for in 2019? So just a very basic question, nothing too difficult. So we're just going to kind of pull cards based on that. So 2019, what can you expect or prepare for? Basically, is there anything coming up that you should prepare for? So let's pull for the energy of your 2019 first, even though we've already seen that it's a hermit vibe. So the energies of 2019, we have safe passage, spirit, and keep going. Safe passage, spirit, and keep going tells me that you're going to have a major support system throughout the year. I don't know how much you or how strongly, let me make these so that you could kind of see them better. I don't know how strongly you connect with your spirit guides, but I'm almost getting the impression, yeah, we have the High Priestess, the 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. I feel like with the energy of 2019, making connections to spirit, spirit will be reaching out to you. And by spirit, I mean, this could be past loved ones. This could be animal guides. This could be spirit guides or God. However you want to see them as, okay? So spirit can be different for everybody. But I just use spirit in general as a term. But it could be your guides. It could be a past loved one, whoever you want to, see it. But I feel like they're going to be coming forward a lot for you in protection. They're also urging you to keep going, okay? So in 2019, even though there may be some hardships along the way, the Wand suits is coming up. So this could be, you know, getting a footing on motivation to do things, the willpower to keep moving on. The High Priestess card is popping up, which is, again, like another guide, or this is your intuitive, your spirituality. Like I said, Hermit vibe is very spirituality based. It's very like tapping into that that realm of yourself. So I feel like it's kind of like a call to dig in deeper with your spirituality. The Safe Passage card, this almost kind of looks to me like the Northern Light, like a guide, right? So it's almost like saying, like, you are given the green light to proceed forward with whatever path you have been wanting to embark on spirituality wise. So I think that that's actually a plus. I think that that's a good thing. I think you need to hear that. I think that's like a personal message for you in itself. Let me close this. I feel like there's just too much glare with the windows being open, so let's just let them close. Okay. So I feel like that's a personal message for you, whether there was some sort of path that you felt like you wanted to embark on. Let it be known that Spirit is saying, yes, this is good for you to do this. The 10 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, when it comes to movement forward, changing locations, or like 3 of Wands is the desire to see what else is out there. The 10 of Wands kind of reveals it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle, okay? It's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle for you. But this is something that needs to happen. So I feel like your spirituality is going to be shifting if it hasn't already. I feel like you're going to start learning more about yourself, as the Hermit card is all about self-exploration. But spiritually wise, so your belief system might be changing. You might find yourself detaching from childhood beliefs, just the way that you were brought up by your parents or whatnot, and how to believe, okay? That might be shifting. Or you might find the courage to actually step outside of that. The 6 of Pentacles came up, and the Justice card came up. So what you put into your spirituality, along with your new year, you are going to receive it back. So that's what the 6 of Pentacles to me is telling me. It's saying, like, what you equally put in, you will receive. So it is very important that you are very mindful of the kind of energies, the kind of messages that you're putting out into the universe, because you will receive and attract people and situations just like that, okay? A lot of people don't understand that, and then they wonder why why they're constantly like in the same cycle and receiving the same kind of like experiences in love or in money and work, because you never change. If you're not willing to change and step outside of old routines, you're going to keep falling in the same cycles. And then the Justice card, like I said, it's just basically saying, like, what you put out, you're going to receive, because it's what you deserve. We have restlessness, practicality, intuition. So restlessness is like when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling all over the place, rushed, anxious about the future, especially when we're talking about 2019. It's practical for you. It's like it's a call for you to think rationally. It's a call for you to not be so focused on the minor details, and let's just look at the big picture, okay? The intuition card is really like, that's what goes hand in hand with the High Priestess, and the Spirit card is like, this is the year that you really tap in, that you should learn to trust your guides, to allow them to help you and to reveal to you where you go next, okay? By doing so, you will find that that your connections to Spirit will be much more stronger, and you probably have already been wanting to connect with Spirit in that way. So let this be like the beginning of that. Start again, life-giving, nutrition, and universal mind. So these are cards that I pulled for challenges that you would be facing, pretty much because I want to make sure I answer the question that you asked. So starting again, a challenge with that, I'm taking that to be almost like fresh starts, okay? Challenges in maybe not meeting goals the first time around and having to start over again, okay? So there will be a couple restarts in 2019 for you. Starting again could also be having to start over on a project, or starting again in another job, or a new relationship. Those kind of things are starting over again. So you're going to have a lot of first time experiences in 2019. So depending on your relationship status, and if you're single, then there could be a beginning, a starting again of a new love relationship. If you're looking for work, or you're considering leaving your current job, starting again is kind of saying having to start in the new employee position all over again. You know what I mean? Life-giving nutrition, this one's giving me the vibe of really paying attention to the kinds of foods and energies that you absorb, okay? So taking care of yourself on a healthy wise, figuring out better foods to eat. I feel like you indulge on certain foods that upset your stomach or inflame. Like, I'm just getting the vibration of like heartburn. I know I get that, so it could just be me, but I know that when I get heartburn, it's no fun. So I try to make wise decisions with not eating spice. You know what I mean? So for you, I feel like the life-giving nutrition is being mindful of the foods that you're placing into your body this year, especially health-wise, because you know how to eat healthy. And I'm not here to tell you to eat healthy and lose weight and all that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's just specific foods that you've been eating and indulging in that maybe aren't the best for you and your body in certain ways. Like, it just has a negative effect. The other way I see life-giving nutrition is the energies that you absorb. So I feel like in 2019, it's going to be important for you to be aware of the kind of company that you keep, the energies in your home, cleansing your space, and just being mindful of the kind of TV you're watching, the music you're listening to. How does it affect your mood, and all of that on a personal basis. So I feel like you're just going to be more mindful of yourself, which again goes hand in hand with hermit energy. It's so hermit vibe to pay attention to things for self-care. And then the universal mind. I feel like universal mind is just kind of like saying your connection to spirit, and just on a broader level. You're going to see 2019 not from like the lens of short-minded or short-sightedness. You're going to see the big picture. And I feel like that's like your message, because I feel like that's the second time I've already told you, is rather than focusing in on minor details, it's time that you look at the big picture. So that's what I think universal mind is saying. Like, take it on a broader spectrum. And I think that that's going to help lessen the stresses for you. So some people, I feel I have to give the advice of paying attention to the little details and enjoy the little things in life. But for you, I think you need to see the broader perspective, because it makes everything feel less claustrophobic and less pressure. Okay. Which again, maybe you suffer from, or I feel like suffer is such a wrong word, but you are challenged with claustrophobia, or like just feeling a lot of intense pressure and nagging and just anxiety over those things. So you need kind of like open spaces. Two of Cups came up, Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So right off the bat, first thing first, the Queen of Cups is bugging me. This could be a female in your life. This could be, a mother energy. Queen of Cups could be a friend, some sort of female person that might be giving you a little bit of a, maybe like a little bit of a mix-up. It's side by side the Ten of Pentacles, so this definitely feels family related. Okay, so this could be some kind of a family member that maybe you don't see eye to eye with at times. The Two of Cups is like maybe you have a twin or you have, you know, a sibling that you're really close in age with or whatnot. And just, I feel like there's going to be something coming up with a sibling or a family member. The Two of Cups energy is like your companionship with that person, the way that you connect with this person. And, you know, maybe you guys are sometimes on a good page, but I feel like in 2019, this is more of a, I don't want to say negative, but I feel like it's not as positive. I feel like this is just some issues, some drama, something with the family is popping up for 2019 for you. We have status, negotiation, and loss. So yeah, see, like family-wise, this could be status, negotiation, and loss could be arguing over something within the family. The loss card could be literal, like losing, you losing the fight, right? You're losing to the fight with this person. The loss card could be, this could be maybe about somebody who recently passed in your family. And so you guys are just kind of bickering over whatever. The status card kind of makes me feel like maybe the family feels like you're the outsider, or you feel like you are the outsider in the family dynamic. And so the status, your status, you don't feel as connected as maybe the sister or this other individual. Okay, so I'm just throwing like, I'm just throwing different possibilities out there. You know, because the tarot can be, it can connect certain ways for different people. So I just like to throw as many options out there. So yeah, so that's one thing coming up for 2019. Let's see how, since it's more of a general question, let's pull for love, finances, and future. So love, finances, future. And then that'll be the end of the reading. So for love, we have death. Okay, so this can reveal change coming forward with your love life. Like I said, two cards came up there for that. So we have detox and synchronicity. So this could be needing to release a lover. Okay, death card can be maybe if you've been contemplating separation from somebody. It doesn't have to just be romantic, it could be a friendship, but I'm feeling like romantically, if you feel separating with somebody, the detox might be needing some space. Okay, cleaning out the closet. And then synchronicity is kind of like you're going to start to see signs when this is going to happen. The other thing is, if you're single, I feel like the detox is you need to have some time alone before you open yourself up to the next relationship. Okay. And synchronicity is, you will know this person is worth your time when the signs feel right, like when everything just fits perfectly. For money, we have Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is the card that came up for your year card. So this is where the stresses are under the financial whole umbrella. So money is where you're going to be stressing a bit. It's where you're going to start feeling maybe a little bit tight. Don't make impulsive decisions on this. You know, always have a plan A and a plan B, but it seems like that's where the source of your stresses will rely. We have be love and then give / karma. This is exactly what I was talking about the whole, what you put out into the universe, you will receive. So if you are stressing out with money, be love is like put the energy out there of being loving and helpful and giving, and those are the kinds of things that you will receive back. A lot of times, and it sounds crazy, but if you are like for me, for example, this is my spiritual business. Sometimes in order for me to make money, I have to spend money. So it's kind of like a give and take. So I feel like for you with stressing over finances is, instead of putting out into the universe all of your worries and fears, put out into the universe your gratification for everything that you do have. Okay. And then that may help you, but it seems like 2019, the main source of your stress will revolve around finances. And then we have the Eight of Swords for spirituality of the future. So the future, I'm kind of seeing Eight of Swords as release, is walking away from something that once held you down, that once blocked you. The Eight of Swords is like a card for finally seeking liberation and freedom. Okay, so if you have been, you know, wanting an escape, it just seems to me like 2019 will be your year for spiritual advancement. Okay, we have Quench came out, so this tells me you're going to be thirsty spiritually to connect. So that's a good thing. Rather than focusing the year on love and money, focusing your year on your own spiritual connection will probably be very beneficial to you. And then I pulled two cards, Gathering or Tribe. So this is finding a spiritual group, people, friends, surrounding yourself with friends who are like-minded in the belief system. That's going to be very important for you. And then I Am mantra. So if you are into meditation, focusing on the I Ams, this is also focusing on who you are. So again, like the Hermit card is all about yourself and all about figuring yourself out. That's what I Am is. It's like learning about you. So this is the year you learn more about yourself. This is not the year of giving to others, aside from that giving vibration you want to put out there for your finances, but this is the year you figure yourself out and you maybe tap into some more deeper, darker areas to release that Eight of Swords to get you out. Okay. So my love, this concludes your 2019 wishes reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And anyone who's watching, if you would like a reading with me, you can find the link to my website below. Check me out and I will connect with you soon. Bye, my loves.